good morning. I didn't see you there. I was just waking up from a restful night's sleep in the fellowship hall, as I often do. Sleep in the fellowship hall. I mean, it is so roomy, it's so comfortable. Oh, but I wanted to sleep here tonight, especially, well, last night, December 5th, into December 6th, because I've heard something very special happens on December 6th if you have a fireplace. And so I put my shoes near the fireplace last night because I wanted to see if anything special happened. So would you take a walk with me as we go look for my shoes now? I gotta just go retrieve them. Oh, what's happening? I don't believe it. I mean, I can't believe what's in my shoes. Look at that. There's an apple, some gold coins, and a box of candy. Oh boy, it happened today. Today is St. Nicholas Day. If you're part of German descent, or if you're part from the Netherlands, it's Sinterklaas Day. And so if you have any of these kinds of celebrations in your household, you would put your shoes by the fireplace and hope to awaken with either some small gold candies or maybe a couple of coins and some fruit. This was a tradition that I had in my household. We would often, on December 6th, celebrate St. Nicholas Day, where we would get a small present, very small. It wasn't supposed to be expensive. It wasn't supposed to be anything. Or you got a box of candy on this day, because this was a day to celebrate St. Nick, or St. Nicholas, or as I said, if you're from the Netherlands, Sinterklaas, Santa Claus. The idea is there. St. Nicholas was a bishop of Myra, which is in modern day Turkey now. He lived from 270 to 343. And as bishop, his lore, in order to make him saint, in the Catholic Church, he had a very strong lore that carried on into today's traditions. He is the patron saint in the Catholic Church of sailors, of students, of children, and one of my favorite, repentant thieves. Part of that is all St. Nicholas's life and why they celebrate him on this day. His tradition, or what also helped make him a saint, besides the miracles that he had, which one of them was calming a storm, which is why he's the patron saint of sailors. But the more closely associated tradition to December is that there was a story of 3 women caught in prostitution who couldn't get out of it unless they had their dowry paid to their father. And so in the middle of the night, the Bishop of Myra, St. Nicholas, snuck to these women's houses and threw a bag of gold coins into their window or into their door, depending on which kind of tradition that you had, so that when they woke up, all of a sudden, these gold coins were everywhere, and then they could pay their father and pay to get out of their contract so that they were free. This is where the idea of the gold coins comes from if you celebrate St. Nicholas Day. It is also, if you notice, and maybe the kids shouldn't be around at this moment, but if you notice, this is very similar to another story that we hear around December 25th. That there is a person who comes and visits our house, especially near fireplaces, who deposits presents and leaves sometimes candy for us as well. The 2 stories are very closely related, and as I said, if you were German especially, this was kind of your Christmas celebration. This would have been the day that you celebrated with your family, where you opened up a small present or a gift of some kind, and you just celebrated the patron saint, St. Nicholas. I used to bring this tradition to churches that I have served. I may still bring it here to this one, where all of a sudden children after Sunday school or during Sunday school would leave their shoes near the fireplace, and when their lesson was over, lo and behold, St. Nicholas had visited them and often left them an orange and some candy of some kind. This, as I said, you hear very close traditions that we have. And so in December, I've wanted to share all the different holidays that we have in the church and throughout the different traditions. So it doesn't ever bother me when people say happy holidays, because there is a wide breadth of holidays from Thanksgiving to Christmas, especially within the Christian church, depending on your traditions. So St. Nicholas would be generally the first one that would come up. Next week would be the next one if you were especially of Scandinavian descent. So we'll see the next story next week, and I will warn you, it's a little darker than St. Nicholas's story, but it is still an important one. And if you grew up in the Swedish church or in any of the Scandinavian churches, you definitely know this story. So we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.